Hi there, baby boomers and all you interested friends. Thank you for stopping back in to look at Belle at Boomers in the suburbs. And I'd like to thank you again for joining me. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and go back and watch some of my old videos. And if you like the content, please like and subscribe. I need your help. Thank you. So anyway, let's get on with what we're doing today. You need to get this now. This is a greenhouse kit. Now, this is a large one, but actually I'm only going to plant 6 different types of seeds in this. And I want you to really pay attention to this because this is what I'll start off. Remember, my garden is large, and if you're just a small gardener, you can use these little ones that I got from Dollar Tree. These are the ones that we planted some seeds in a week ago, and they are you label your plants, and the seeds are in here. There are about 3 in here. The green bell peppers, the hot peppers, and so on. And when we do this little thing is for someone who is going to plant in a cute little pot like this, and you put it outside and let it get plenty of sun, and make sure it has holes in the bottom. I drilled some holes in the bottom, but make sure you have holes in the bottom. And if you live on a patio, put it on the very edge of the patio so it won't tick off your neighbors, you know what I mean, so that water won't fall on there. You can put a drain catch pan up under the bottom. But let's get on with why you need to get this now. Today is February the 5th, 2024, and it is imperative that if you're going to have your own seeds, you need to start off with something like this. But if you're not going to have your own seeds, then you can go ahead and pay $6 a piece for starters. And that's what they were running last year. A starter was $6 a piece. So I'm going to cut this off and show you why this is so awesome and why it's great to have this and why you might need it. You notice they're all different kinds of kits, but I like this one especially that has the little pellets in it. And the pellets have just the right mixture for seeds no matter where you start. Now this is the top to catch the moisture. You'll put that on later. But basic bottom line, here's what you have. You have some little individual tabs here that you can use. So here's what I do to keep up with how I have the seeds planted. And this is very important. The first thing you want to do is to mark the top or an area so you'll know which way the seeds are and you won't get them mixed up. Because there's nothing like thinking you have zucchini and a watermelon plant is coming up, because you can't always tell what you have. So you just put a little mark here to show that this is the side that you're counting from. If you can see that, it'll make sense in a minute. I just put a piece of blue tape up here, and then over here, this is the guide on the back of the pack of, on the back of the seed starting kit folder. This is the greenhouse kit. And here, I'm going to put another piece of blue tape on the top here so that when I chart it, I'll be able to see what is what. It'll make sense in a minute. So if you look, the first thing that happens is these pellets have to be hydrated. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off hydrating them, because you'll notice that they are this size. And they ask you to get some warm water, and I happen to have some, and start by pouring the warm water into the tray. And don't worry, this is not about a science lesson. This is just following a few directions. So you pour the warm water over the pods and make sure that they're hydrated enough. Each one of them, kind of take a look and make sure that they all have water in them. And you wait, because they're going to expand from this size, this thin size. If you can see, I'm going to hold it up close, to another size that you'll see in a minute. So we'll set that aside because we still have plenty to do. And here they are. Remember how they started out a little skinny size? We'll see how big they're getting as they absorb the water. They're getting the moisture, so they're getting larger. And you want them to get about this big. And it tells you on the back, I think it's absorbed all of the water and there's no extra water. But where you see, like this one is not as big, just add a little more warm water over that one. And you can always drain the water off. But go back in and look where they're not so big and have not absorbed so much. Just add water over them and keep it warm. It doesn't need to be cold water. And you can see where the water is hitting some places more than others. So you want to just continue to add them. Add water to them. Add water to them until they all look like this size here, which is a little larger. And we'll put that back down and let the water do its magic. And here they are, looking good, all fat and ready. Okay, and I have this little screwdriver here to help me make the holes. And I'm not going to bore you with all of them, showing you how I plant all of them, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to plant in my garden. So I think I'm going to use two rows for each of these different plants that I'm going to plant. So that even though this has 72, these 2 rows will be watermelon. These 2 rows maybe will be okra. These 2 rows, I'm just going to go on and show you at least 2 of them. And since everyone is so crazy about watermelon, let's go back and pull up some watermelon seeds. And these these are called sugar babies, and I've used these before. And of course, sorry for the dirty nails, but this is why I don't get my nails done. This is an heirloom one, and these usually grow very well for me here in the Georgia suburbs of Metro Atlanta. So this is how I'm going to do it. For this one, because I want a lot of watermelon seeds, a lot of watermelon this year, and these are my favorite sugar babies, I'm going to take them, and I can see them. Here is the pellet. I'm going to open up the pellet, put it in, stick it in, cover it a little bit. I may even get a little dirt out of my container, put it on the top right there, and stick it back down in here. So this row, these 2 rows will be watermelon. And I'll know I've done it because I'll have a little dirt on the top. And as we go, I'll have my watermelon and my other ones. I may try to speed up the camera so that you can see this. I'll stick it back down in there. This calls for fingers. Put a little dirt over it so I know I fill this one up. Stick it back down. And I'll keep going down until I get it done. Watermelon. Watermelon. That's my way of knowing that I filled it up. It can get confusing when you start hearing things like fire engines going off and things like that. Okay, so this is an experiment. These are my own cucumber seeds from 2022. and I harvested them from a very healthy cucumber plant. And so I'm just seeing if my own seeds will work from my cucumber. Let's see how they look. Let's see if they look happy. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Let's see if you can see that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my cucumber seeds in this next one, and once again put them in here. You know, I know which row it is because I've already put dirt on top of the other rows. So I'm going in with my cucumber seeds, and this can get kind of you know, confusing. So you have to write down everything that you do. And I'm seeing if these cucumber seeds are not too dried out, and hopefully can make it. So I'm going to stick them down in here. Stick down in here. And I've already made the little borehole, as you would call it. And this is my experiment to see if it'll work. I will cover them up with some dirt to show that I've used this particular group here. And you can just have a little bag of dirt. You don't have to have the big thing like mine. Remember, I have a huge garden. Well, it's not huge, but it's as big as I can do for me because I'm solo. So I'll put these back, and I'll put down on the label, I'll put down my cucumber seeds. And I'm going to put 2022 just to see if that works now. And then I'm going to go into my my little seed container over here and see if I can pull out another little jacket of stuff. And these are, see, I told you, don't get into planting because you'll start going crazy with the different seeds and things that you can get. Okay, Boomer babies, at this juncture, I'm trying to hurry and show you how many seeds I planted, and I did all 72 pellets. And once I finished those pellets, then I wanted you to just see the different variety of sizes of seeds, and hopefully you understand how to do it, and you can continue to look at it. Hope you haven't fallen asleep, but this is the way that it goes with gardening, and giving you some lessons, letting you see that it takes time, and you really have to work on being consistent about labeling. That's very important, because if you mislabel, you're going to have a hard time in the garden later on. That's why I'm taking so much time to show you what should happen as you start your seeds. And as I said before, if you don't want to go to the seeds from your home or planting from seeds that you buy, you can go and buy starts, and the starts are expensive. As I said before, they're $6 per start, which means each plant that you buy as a baby plant is $6 on the average. thank you for sticking with me on this. And this is a nice sturdy container. I'm going to go ahead and move some of this stuff in case you've forgotten some of this. This will tell you once again what we've talked about, how to prepare this and what to do, so you don't have to just depend on my video, but all I know is just do it. And so now we're going to cover this up, and this is following the directions. Cover it up. Try to get your container lid in there nice and secure. Let's go back and make sure that we've labeled every one of them. Okra, and you can say what it is. This is the Clemson spineless. So this is my method for doing it. This is the top. This shows me where they are, because if you switch it around wrong, it's going to be wrong. So this is the way I see it, okay? And we will take this inside, put it under some grow light, and I'll show you that at another time. And then it will be ready to go soon. So today is, once again, February the 5th. We'll see how long it takes for us to see a little green in there. It's all secure. It's nice. I love these Jiffy containers. I'll try to put the price of them up on the screen for you. But anyway, that's all for today. Thank you so much for coming to see me. Thank you for joining me in this endeavor. I'm going to clean this mess up. And remember, we have all sorts of things going on. We also have, if I can drag this over so you can see it in the camera, we've talked about a lot of things today. And don't forget, we even have these that are going to go into our garden too. And we're keeping an eye on what you can do in a beautiful container that you might want to have on your deck or balcony. Remember, flowers are nice, but you can grow some food in your containers and just see how you do. If you don't have a lot of money, just go get you a bucket, food grade, and get it done. This is Boomer in the Suburbs, Belle. Talk to you soon. See you soon.